What's going on? I'm Keystern, and today I'm going to continue What Remains of Edith Finch. I have a feeling this is going to be close to the last episode. It looks like 5 people left. If we include Sanjay, then 6. This video might be a little short if after 20 or so minutes I'm only through a couple of them. I'm just gonna end it there. That way I don't have to edit like an hour-long video just to get to the end. Let's go ahead, let's get started. If you like it, leave a like, subscribe, comment on anything, my appearance, what you want to see, my appearance. I know I'm not a pretty boy. I know. Alright, so let's get started. So that's where baby Gregory died. Well, it's not where he died. He died in the tub. Do a
My
little
mom
rock
moved up to the
while
loft
climbing.
after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. I can't imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers.
Oh, so that was her brother that died. I didn't catch that. I thought it was her uncle. Wait, we're just going right down. No, I got shit to do. God damn it, Edith. Got that pregnancy brain. Yeah, if you caught that in the last episode, she was pregnant, and what you didn't catch was me calling it. She said something about a couple of us, and I was like, oh shit, she's pregnant. Alright, Dawn, what you got here?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, that's who Sanjay is. Is that it? Oh, there we go.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
So was that it for her then? There wasn't really anything special there. Now I'm getting lost. I came from there. There wasn't. Dawn didn't give a shit. Dawn was actually the name of my favorite teacher in school, and I often called her that, and that
I
didn't
can't imagine
make
my
her
mom
happy.
ever writing poetry and
Oh,
yeah.
Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Did he
Our father
die at
never
the
hit
wedding?
us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Okay, it's a little dramatic. Gus. Gus Bus.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I
I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Wedding's a bad idea. Fuck you. Fuck you. Stop. There they are. Whoop.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Nice.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Wait, so no, these are her uncles. These aren't her brother. I don't know. She said something there that screwed me up when we were up in Don's loft. we go. Oh, he started a
Rain came down
hurricane.
in buckets
Nice.
then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Woo.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was,
I
make
want-
the music louder.
As much of this stuff as possible. Give me all of it. Shit, Gus, what'd you do?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oof. Not great. Sorry, Gus.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
That's a lot of these stories I feel like are losing their emotional weight. They were super sad at first, and maybe it's now I'm just used to knowing everybody's gonna fucking die. I like Molly was super emotional. That one hurt. Oh, Gregory, that one was really sad. Other than that, alright, I bet now we can do some shit up in Dawn's room. There we go.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Hey, her name's Dawn too. The teacher. Teacher Dawn.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton's still alive, right? No, Milton's dead. Shit.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I love the really unique ways they tell these stories through different gameplay mechanics and art forms. Really neat. Oh, goodbye, Milton. Is that it for Milton?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
How do they know he died then? They must have found his
Mom
body.
spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Oh, so Milton was like last straw.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Wait, did she kill Milton? Whatever he found in the house. Did Dawn kill Milton? She wouldn't have, right? Dawn, what did you do?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Is that where all the can of tuna came from?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Lewis. One of those people. I got
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh,
He kept
shit.
working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
I'm gonna get fired because that fish isn't...
His mind began to
Into what?
wander.
Oh. Oh,
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
not that way.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Oh, there we go.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Sorry, I'm just incredibly entranced by this.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won.
Well, he created the city. I would hope he won.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even
Just
as his
worked
mother
all
pleaded
night.
with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Well, I don't know.
handsome queen.
Like, choose your own adventure.
The queen was on her own quest for
It is a choose your own adventure. Should have been an author, Lewis.
sinister serpents.
Was I supposed to knock these down?
He followed the sound of her
Oh, I should have got that. Damn it.
electric sitar.
Zitar. Hell yeah. What
His
is that?
chase led him
Black
to a
Veil
golden
Bride?
palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh shit, don't freeze on me now, buddy.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Guessing this is my locker. Is that a switch?
Began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Is that a knight? Is he gonna start a fight at
Began to
work?
despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh no, that's him.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I still don't really gather how this resulted in his death.
Including the wise Calico that insisted on inviting him.
Just went crazy.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
That's not great.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oof. Damn it.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
You know, unfortunately, that kind of dissociative work behavior when you're doing something monotonous, I feel like isn't crazy. You know, I've done it to get through jobs. Yeah, that one is very sad. That is, I think, a very real world thing, especially for people my age, probably your age, who grew up reading, listening, watching these fantastic stories, to then have to live a very monotonous, unmagnificent lifestyle to get by. So here's a good little message that if you're feeling like that, there is still a magnificent life out there. You can still do magnificent things. Sometimes you just have to get through the unmagnificent part to get there. On that note, I think that's where I'm going to leave off on this episode. That one was a little too close, I think. And I don't feel like being depressed. So I'm going to save the rest of this game for the next episode. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.